The noise. Making the simplest frame I could come up with for the planers. So hopefully I only waste one piece of wood. It's definitely not something I would build again because, well, I had to work with panels I already had. Otherwise I designed the whole thing differently. Far more efficient. This is like a bit of cobbled together method. I managed to cut it. I'm not sure if it's correct because I had a failure of my CNC, which is not cool. Of course it's not cool, but especially because I rely on this machine quite a lot also for work. But I think I might have gotten too fast with cutting. Although it's not even that fast, so there might be a problem with the Y-axis. It either doesn't run smooth and has to work harder and doesn't perform as well as it should on high speed. I have to fix that soon because this is gonna be a problem. So what it did, it cut this hole here really fast, and this should be in the middle. So it cut up holes first for all these screws, and they are in the correct position by the looks of it. Then it did these. They might be on the correct position as well, have to check that, and then these, but these are shifted over a certain amount, and I'm not sure why that is. So I have to look up the exact order of it cutting. It might be that there was a piece of wood here that got caught, and apparently the machine didn't have enough power to break that or push it aside. It has to be in this direction, so it moved up to this direction, got stuck somewhere, and thought it was cutting in the middle of the wood here, but it actually is shifted. That's why this pocket was all nicely done, but then the cutout here has shifted as well downwards. So this side here is smaller than this side. Not a huge problem, I think, because I let the machine cut correctly again, and then this looks a bit different, but it works. But it's good to know where the problem came from. I had to, because my machine does not have a, switches, so it can like home, and then it knows its coordinates on the table. It doesn't know where it is. So I had to move the cutter really slowly, exactly in one of these holes, and I looked up the XY coordinates of this hole in my drawing, and then set the machine's coordinates to that hole. Then I cut out all the other things, like the cut away all the parts free. So I hope it's correct. I mean, it's a bit of a weird method of doing things. So, yeah, gonna see if I screwed up anymore. So I made these again. Now they're okay. I got quite a lot of the same parts, 2 long ones, or 4 long ones for each peak or 2. So I can remove these. I don't know if this works. I mean, somehow I could not find a good method to make a frame. It's always because of limitations. These panels are 30 centimeters wide, which is quite annoying. I mean, I based it probably on, that's cool, you can make two of these out of 1 sheet. Problem is, if you want to make a frame, I work with the same sheets. Normally I want the frame to be larger than the loudspeaker it's carrying or the driver. That's not possible. It's at the most annoying shit size. So I had to come up with something else to not use a lot of wood because yeah, I don't have endless money, and I'm pretty sure I make this set only for this weekend. Probably will listen to it up a little bit, but I'm not gonna keep it. Or at least I don't think I will. So I added some long wires on these because I wanted to test it in the middle of the room. But my cabling is not long enough, so these are not gonna be there in the future. Huh. Well, spotted one problem already. It's gonna be easily solved. So as you can see, this is wider than it was supposed to be. Now, downside is connectors are here. Back in the day, I had the connection on the front, and I somehow forgot I put them on the back, which is really nice, but not in this case. Third and final time, hopefully. Yeah. There are holes in these this thing, so I could mount it. I'm not gonna fix this, for instance, because it's not a biggie. So this should be able to. Aha, so this is exactly. It's the wrong piece. I need this piece. Yes. Yes. Huh? Use your hand. Hey. Pretty sure the scroll just in case. Oh, yeah. Just use this one. Oh, look at this. It's working. That's cool. This should be here. No, no, no. This. This also working. So, I'm trying to look. Look at this. So they're only a tiny bit too long, and it's probably because, I don't know, I forgot something with the depth of cut. I don't know, could be anything. But this is just put on a chop saw, meep, meep, and I'm done. So here's the last piece, it's the bottom side. It should fit here, but yeah, I need to shorten a few pieces. But the rest does match, which is good. Cool, I'm rather happy with that. So I'm gonna use these screws mostly. I had a countersink bit, and I got a 2mm drill to pre-drill the sides of the wood, because otherwise it will split. Let's see if this might need to drill a little bit deeper. So we do not split the wood, because in this case I'm screwing straight in the base panel sides instead of something else. This is one way of making a loudspeaker. Never done it this way. It feels kind of stupid. It works, but it's kind of weird. Now this part will sit here, and it will hold the terminals. But I drilled 2 holes here, so I can also use it as a template to drill some holes in here. Holes where we can drop in one of those round sideway nuts thingies, like these. So there's gonna be a screw like this, mounting it to a plate where it's standing on. Not sure how that's gonna look still, but I just want these holes here so I can use these if I want. And that's why I made a template, because where you put them is quite critical. I mean, it doesn't work otherwise. My house needs a proper clean after all this, but it was already a mess, but well, I'm just gonna drill 2 holes that direction. I've never used these, to be fair. I always wanted to, but first time I actually used them. Okay, so next thing is adding the last pieces. Cut these down so it's correct. Bit weird, but I'm gonna use glue, and the reason is it's more solid, and I don't have all these screws here, which makes the aesthetic trim easier to put on. It does mean I can never get this panel out. So this is what it is, but that's fine, because well, I didn't have any intentions to redo this or make another one. So I'm just gonna. So I drilled all these holes for nothing. So I could screw them in now without using clamps, I guess. It's always plugged up. I'll just glue away. Boring, boring, boring. So I need to add some threaded rod. Normally you would like, if you got like the plate it's standing on, use a long screw, but I don't think I can find such a long screw, so I'll do it the other way around in this case. Fuck, again the wrong one. Should throw this away. But I am. My other marker is gone. Well, I'll use this free one. Well, that's not very clear. Now I have to cut them. Maybe it's smart to cut it. No, I'll remove it. Otherwise, maybe iron filings will end up in the... This is not visible. I need to find another way. Piece of tape. Yep. No matter what I do with the angle grinder, I use a protection of some sort. Now we should be able to... Oh, I cut it quite cleanly apparently. For me, it's even hard to see. So you go backward and forwards at the end, so it doesn't unravel. In this case, I might have to cut off a piece of the sock, so it doesn't really matter, but that's the way you do it. At least that's how I learned it from my mom back in the day. I'm pretty glad I did, actually, because, well, it's nice to be able to do this. So, that wasn't that much work at all. Cool. Love this fabric. Expensive, but nice. Next step will be a little bit of cleaning, I guess. It's a mess here. One thing I also did is... These are the feet. And they are... they're having a primer thingy. Not sure if this is... It's not better than it was before the primer. I think I have to sand it a little bit. And then they become black in the end. It's a test fit. So this is the method I'm gonna use the bottom side. It's not like tilted a lot, but I kind of, yeah, when I first tilted it, I tilted it here. So 2 millimeter difference is a huge tilt. Out here, it's of course, you need to use much more. I did think of it, but I thought, well, it's gonna be fine. But these are at the lowest limit and these are at the highest limit. So this is kind of what it is. But still, it's an okay angle. You just have to imagine if you're 2.5 meters away. So this, and it goes in this direction, in the same angle. It has to be somewhere near ear height. So I think we'll achieve that. But I'm not sure. I should measure the angle right now and emulate it, or check in SketchUp. It's easier to see if it does. I think it's gonna be fine. If I had a laser or something, I could just put a laser on there and see where it ends up, but I don't have one. I really need one of those angle thingies. These are nice. You can use a phone for that, but I don't trust that. But this, yeah. Cool. They're gonna be black, by the way, but I couldn't wait. I just wanted to see how this looked with the feet and also the method of attaching the panel. There are so like this. Huge ring and a piece of M6 I cut down. And this is nice and secure, easy to undo and easy to attach again. Too bad these are not rubber feet but plastic feet. And too bad these are not with the ball joint, so it can swivel. But then again, if I did, I believe they were like €8 a piece or €9. And these were $2.25. I think that's fair enough because it's not something I'm gonna keep or whatever. I'm stinky. She coughs every now and then. I don't know what it is. The vet doesn't know either, but it does look really sad. Sorry, Puss. Oh.